Hey, 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 inspirational guidance tarot here. Ebony here to do messages for Capricorn. How you doing, Capricorn? I hope all is well with you. Okay, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Please do like, please do comment, please do subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, it helps the channel to grow, helps me to evolve, bringing more to the channel as well as myself. Okay, cross-watcher, you're definitely welcome here. Those that have been with me, thank you so much for your dedicated support. Love you much. Greatly appreciate it. If you like to donate to the channel, everything you need will be in the description box below. And please comment. Let me know what's going on with you guys. All right. So with that being said, what's going on with you, Capricorn? What's going on with you? What you got going on? What do you need to know, Capricorn? What is it that you need to know? Bam. The Hierophant. You could either be dealing with the Taurus. This is about your spiritual awakening. You might be moving forward to marriage. Or moving forward to a commitment. Moving forward more in your spirituality. Okay. Moving forward with a Taurus. Investing. Reconciling. What the heck going on over here, Capricorn? What you got going on over here? Let's see what's up with this Hierophant. We got the 5 on the Hierophant, which is some type of change happening. All right, we got the 7, heavenly, divinely guided. All right, let's see if is this an epiphany happening? Okay, is this you moving, leveling up with your spirituality? Okay, ascending, should I say? The Hierophant. For Capricorn, the Hierophant. What's this Hierophant about? We got victory. Triumphant. You're triumphant. Mental conflict. 5 plus a 2 is a 7, bringing it to another 7. Oh, and on triumphant, we got another number 7. 7, 7, 7. So are you having mental conflict when it comes down to your spirituality? Are you confused as to what direction you want to go in, whether that be spiritual, but there's a part of you that's still connected to whatever faith base you were raised up in, how you're looking at it, how you're viewing it, because this is all heavenly. This is all divinely. This is all spiritual right here. This is connectiveness with spirit. Pull another one. Okay. Hold on here, Capricorn, because this is kind of powerful right here. I'm feeling all type of. This is rather a deep awakening. There's something going on here. Mental conflict. Fruition. Yeah. Focus and self-reflection. Okay. You got number 14, number 17, another number 7. 4 plus the 1 is the 5, which is the 5 right here also. Focused on your spirituality, self-reflecting. You're having mental conflict and battling with yourself. I would say when it comes down to a commitment, this can be for some. When it comes down to a commitment and either putting an ending to it and starting something new and wanting to charge forward with a self-discovery and being triumphant in doing so. Wow. Look at that. Could possibly be for some as well. All right. But this is a deep inner knowing. It's a lot of water here. It's a lot of water here. You're battling with yourself. Hierophant. Protecting yourself. Guard it. Okay. See, this is the Seven of Wands. This will be victory with the 6 right here, right? And you're holding the 1 wand. You're being successful against what you see as everyone else to look at as victory. So this is an epiphany moment that you're having with yourself. You've been thinking about this for a very long time, needing to find peace and hanging in limbo, and you've been juggling the transformation with yourself. Capricorn, this is clearly about you. Wow. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, but this is you in a mental, it's not mental torment, but it's like you self-reflecting. It's like you're looking at your spirituality. You're looking at what reigns in is victory to you. You're moving forward with being victorious in what you see fit. Okay? And not what others see fit. But it's mental conflict when you focus on the reflection of yourself in the mirror. And that will be how your old self was with old mindset, the old you, the who you were, the who everyone come to know, understand, love, be able to whatever, you know what I'm saying? And you're being rather guarded over your spirituality now amongst people who are feeling very victorious with you being on their side, being with them in this congregation, or how we move, or doing it like we did it. Okay? Wow. Mental conflict. Yeah. There you are, Capricorn. It's you in mental conflict. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It's you. The empty victory about the loss, or the losses that's taking place for your success. What makes you feel successful? There's the Tower. The Tower is happening now. Sleepless nights, the anxiety, and been worrying about this for a very long time when it comes to who? You, your intuition. Using your intuition about what you feel to be wish fulfillment for you. And walking away. Making a decision. Yep. This is all about your growth right here. Capricorn, go ahead, man. I see you. I see you. And if you're in mental conflict about it right now, then Tarot is telling you right here, it's saying right here, to keep charging forward. You will be victorious. Focus. What's this focus about? Then you get the Queen of Pentacles. You again. If this is about a commitment, if hypothetically this is about a commitment, then you're in mental conflict about your wife or your husband. And that's what you're focused upon. And how you have to protect your marriage or your relationship from other people that keep coming in, trying to put their 2 cents in how you guys should operate. Take it how it resonates. Self-reflection. King of Wands with the strength. Self-reflecting on the success. Self-reflecting on your creativity, on having the strength to create and be successful and stand in your power and still be able to move forward. Somebody could be self-reflecting on a situation with another person and how they needed to have a strength. That could be a Leo. Okay, self-reflecting on someone. This could be the interference. This could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This could be the interference that is interfering in you having this mental conflict with what it is you're trying to focus on with yourself or that of your other person, your significant other. This could be somebody who's intervening. King of Wands. Wow. This could be you focusing on your creative. You get another king, King of Cups. What I'm looking at here, honestly, what I'm feeling, I'm put it every way, but this is like almost kind of like a personal. Because this could be a commitment, but that's not what I felt. This could be somebody protecting their commitment, moving forward to protect their commitment, being very victorious, but having mental conflict because they had to self-reflect on people, places, and things that have been in their life that has been coming in between their commitment or their marriage, because their focus is upon their other person, and it's people coming in trying to interrupt that focus. However, from the beginning, this is clearly about you, Capricorn, moving forward, making that conscious decision to step in your power and focus clearly on yourself. Self-reflecting on your success, self-reflecting on your strength, self-reflecting on your emotions, getting things in order with yourself. What does success look like? How do you feel about it? You moving forward, having that strength to stand in your power as you should. Because if your focus is on you standing in your power, you're having mental conflict when it comes down to you being in your power, you're self-reflecting on the success. Scared of success. It's a fear of being successful. However, it's in your power to be it. And you're needing to have the strength to get emotionally in tune with yourself and what it is, that watery side, that compassionate side for yourself to keep thriving forward. Give me strength. What is strength about for Capricorn? The Wheel of Fortune. Having the strength. Look at this. This is all about you. This is your card, Capricorn. Toxicities. Devil. This is you. Yeah. With the moon and commitments. Things being illuminated that are toxic. You having the strength to go through these karmic lessons, but now coming out empowered, coming out triumphant, because you now have the will. Okay, you now have the wisdom. You've been thinking about this for a long time, and now you are standing your ground. Another number 7. Standing your ground to set solid foundations for yourself, having the recognition and reward for you. Yeah, love begins. Love begins because of that Wheel of Fortune. The endings that have taken place, because you are now moving in positive directions. Your positive movement forward is based off of you choosing wisely. That prosperity is now coming in for you, and your wishes are now being fulfilled. You are now having contracts, solidifying things with people out of that discontent and boredom, and having and being discontent and indulging in this right here, this temptation. You already know the truth about it. When it came down to rejoicing and celebration, you always was in the dark night of the soul. You always was battling with yourself because you knew what it was to be true. Triumphant success is coming because of what? You moving on from those decisions. The decision to do what? Stand in your power. Birth out your creativity. Go after your success. Fertility is all about birthing something new. It's about your creativity. It's about your success. It's about you being emotionally attuned. You see how the heart space is also zoomed in on the heart space? It's like Target type of thing. It's like, okay, it's opening up. But it's all around you as a person, loving you, honoring you, you giving yourself the recognition when no one else is doing it. You also in a mental state, clearing your mental space, okay, surrounding yourself around the light, keeping yourself in your own oral field, your own force field, focusing clearly on you and your desires of your heart, your wants and what you need, and staying at a calm even through the storm, because universe wants you to do that, because this is what you're called to do. So when it comes down to the heartache and loss, the emotional withdrawal, you waited long enough to stand in your power. When it comes to emotional loss, your sacral chakra popping, things that you've been hoping and wishing to heal and move forward and find joy and light in, you're now aware that it was some sacrifices first that had to be made. Whether that was people, places, or things for yourself to get this material harvest. And guess what happens after that? Victory and success. Why is that happening? Because your third eye chakra is now popping. Why is it popping? Because your passion is ignited. Why is it ignited? Because it's accelerated motion. You're taking action now. Because you were at peace with yourself. You had to humble you. You had to go through conflict and defeat. You had to go through the memories of love, people coming in and out of your life. You had to build up having the hope for something, dreaming for something. You've been sitting in solitude, trapped in fear, having all these obstacles and these challenges when it came down to you being patient and trying to plan for your success. When it comes down to the deception and the envy of other people. When it came down to you speaking up. When it came down to new beginnings. When it came down to your ego getting in the way or somebody taking a reigning authority over you. When it came down to your material and spiritual prosperity. There needed to be a transformation. You had to put an ending, a death to the disruptions that came to your heart space, that interfered with your spiritual strength, that interfered with your finances. It had to come from the base chakra. You had to recognize that from the gut, that you needed to take some time out for you, rest and rejuvenation. When it came down to your foundations and your achievements and what love was clearly about, you were sitting there suffering in silence, all by yourself. Even when it was beginning all around you. Even when love was still entertaining you. It's here, but you're still suffering in silence. How is that? There was a need for balance. There was a need for you to use your intuition in order to come in harmony. This is all about you, Capricorn. It's a death and a rebirth. And you're being triumphant in doing so. So when it comes down to fruition, things you foresee, things that you see, that you dream of, things that you find to be successful, creativity, illumination. You're showing gratitude to the voids, to what been hindering you, to people that's been coming in interrupting, taking you out of your element. You're forgiving you for taking you out of your element. The changes, the voids that brought in these drastic changes, the hindrance that changed you, that had you in mental conflict, is now being balanced out. Now, the unexpected is arriving. Things you didn't know can happen. The miracles that you didn't know that could possibly come in. But you've been praying and wishing for it. But see, it was you that had to take the first step. It was you that had to step out there. It was you that had to let go of that fear and know that you could be successful. Whatever it was that was hindering you. Whatever it was that was karmic. Okay? Whatever it was that was generational cursed. Okay? When it came down to your bloodline. Whatever that was for you. Now, what's unexpected is abundance. Because regardless of what, you're now moving forward being resilient. Broken down. Carrying everything, everybody. Now you know you're protected. You know what protection feels like. And all those desires of your heart that you got the wisdom and the knowledge about to go after, you're now taking action. And that allows you to do what? Stand in your power. There's a resistance to seeing the beauty and the path that you once already went down. Because that would be karmic. Resisting the beauty and the path you already went down. That's why after, it's assess the fear. Because your intuition is popping that you need to set the boundaries in order to nourish the world that you want to be in, create for yourself, and the way you want to grow. And when it comes down to the ego, it's a need to release it. It's all about you, Capricorn. This is all about you, baby. Give me this Wheel of Fortune. Because I told you it was karmic, what I tell you. The world reverse. Didn't I tell you it was karmic? The Wheel of Fortune is upright because it's a karmic wheel. The world is ending a cycle and starting something new. When it's reversed, it's not ending. Because it was karmic. That's why it's steady, empty victories. So you're self-reflecting on why the wheel hasn't been turning in your favor. Why haven't things began for me? Here's why. The world reversed. Here's why. Balance. It was balanced. Why? How is that, Eb? How is that, IG? How is that, IG? How is that? It's because, see, it's on the self-reflecting card. See, you're self-reflecting about your success. Where your emotions lie when it comes down to your successes in two different directions. Your emotions is not looking at your success, nor is your success looking at being emotional. Because on top of that, you needed the strength. You needed the strength when it comes down to the King of Wands. Stepping into your power, your creativity. What you look at is abundant. How you feel about yourself. How you're looking at yourself, viewing yourself. How others are probably looking at you. Okay? What it is that success looked like to you. You needed to strengthen that. When it came down to emotions, it's looking in the direction of the wheel of fortune, a karmic wheel. Because you were more emotional about how people viewed you. How successful you were to others made you feel okay. As long as they needed you, you were good with that. That's why the world is reversed, because it never goes anywhere. And when it comes down to balance, it looks balanced. But it's really not balanced because you're not balanced. You balance everyone else out. And then you end up unbalanced. That's why your focus needed to be clearly on you and your successes. That's why there's mental conflict when it comes down to you and your successes. That's why when it comes down to the Hierophant, it's the 5 is a number change, because this is your spirituality, and where you want to go is your death and rebirth on the 7 of Wands, because now you are feeling guarded and protected over where it is you lie in your journey. That's why you have yourself moving forward and being triumphant. The Chariot. Exactly. The 2 of Wands. Moving forward to do what? Pick a path with the world in your hand. This same world that was on this karmic wheel is now in the upright in your hand as you go down that path. You're working on it. What are you working on? A commitment with you, spirit, yourself, or someone else, and being very happy. Investing in the sun. Love, compassion, healing, illumination. Or that's the path you coming from. Working on it with people that made you happy. Things you've been investing in. Things that gave you joy and compassion, but left you feeling dead, lied to, betrayed, backstabbed. Right? When it came down to your success, creativity, pregnancies, love. Now it's a manifestation, tricks, people strategizing. Nothing but a burden, right? When it comes down to what? You standing in your power? Because that's the truth. So you're moving forward to pick a path. 2 of Wands. What's the path about? I mean, I just clearly said it, right? It's a path. It's the path. It's about you thinking about your faith, your belief, your clarity in what has been transpiring in your life. Because upright is clarity, belief, is faith, it's an angel. See, the path is already paved. But you're picking one. You're thinking about it. This is being stubborn to what it is that you need to clearly see. That's why on the Chariot is you moving forward to pick a path. And you're on your way of doing this, or should be, because it's a need to. Somebody here is being stubborn to their own faith, stubborn to the clarity, stubborn to seeing it like they need to. Yes, it is. Temperance. Yes, it is. 8 of Wands reversed. That's not loving communication coming in to you or from you. Take it how it resonates. Because it's still secrets here. It's things being illuminated. It's toxic. So when it comes down to this path that you've been thinking about, you're moving forward to pick a path because you've been stubborn. Okay? When it comes down to your faith, when it comes down to what you believe to be true, know to be true, you've been allowing other people to come in. Yeah, you're getting the communication real harsh about it. More on this 8 of Wands. What's this delivery? The delivery is about the Queen of Wands and the 2 of Swords. Delivery is about you focusing on your creativity and making a decision. The delivery is about you sitting there underneath the moon, already things being illuminated. You already have the epiphany. You can use your intuition. You're holding the swords by yourself and you're blindfolded to the bullshit. You're blindfolded to your success. You're blindfolded to where it is that you need to be. You're blindfolded to how beautiful you are, handsome you are. You're blindfolded to your success. You're blindfolded to all of this when you already have the moon on top of you. Intuition popping, kicking in, and it's you who needs to make a decision. You can take the blindfold off anytime. You failed to see it. And what was communicated, you felt to communicate that to other people, what it is that you clearly see. Okay, and because of you not communicating, it left you in not having the clarity that you need or the belief that you needed to move forward, that believing in you that you can move forward, having faith that God got you and you still can move forward. Okay, and having patience with yourself. You were running out of patience even with yourself. Okay, because you were being stubborn. That's why somebody here has to move forward and choose what direction they want to go in, because the world is already in their hand. What's the path about? One of them is this, or coming from it. The next one will be you moving forward towards what? With fulfillment. Okay? Yeah. When it comes down to the options that you have, because you have many options, which way are you going to go? You've been separated from this situation, or you're separating yourself from looking at the situation in the eyes that you've been looking at it in. Because now the swords is here. Right there. Step in the middle. Right there. Three of them swords. Three swords is heartbreak. The truth and the clarity is sitting beside you. Because it's a judgment call being made. Is enough is enough. Triumphant for Capricorn. You're being triumphant by being trapped. How does that work? Well, this is mental conflict. Like you're in right now. Yeah. Mental conflict, and you are on it. King of Pentacles. It literally says mental conflict, because it's you who's in mental conflict. And how are you being triumphant in mental conflict? Because without this mental conflict, how would you self-reflect? If there was no turmoil, why would you? You wouldn't have a reason to. You wouldn't know that the focus needs to clearly be on you. You wouldn't recognize that you've been on this karmic wheel for so long and giving your emotions to other people. And this karmic wheel is all about everything karmic in your life. That's been going round and round and round. You've been emotionally giving to it and needing to have strength when it comes down to your success. How does that work? You need to have strength to be successful. However, you emotionally giving to everything and everybody else. Oh, well, because of my heart. Well, can you line your heart up with your thoughts and your success and go after what it is you want and your heart's desires, instead of fulfilling everybody else's heart's desires, and you find yourself still thinking you're balanced? Because this is what you're reflecting on. This is why you're being triumphant by doing this, feeling mentally conflicted, because that brings you Page of Pentacles, a new successful offer with self, whether that's with self or is allowing you to look at success differently, starting off rather small, but it gets again big, because then you get the Ace of Pentacles, because then you get solid and you get grounded with what? Memories from the past, people you grown up with. Why? Because you took your time to do what? Hierophant is the same Hierophant right here. This is truth. This is knowledge. This is wisdom. This is spiritual. This is faith. You decided to take a risk with that. So when it comes down to the empty victories, when it comes down to love, when it comes down to commitments, when it comes down to heartbreak, you get the Nine of Pentacles. Focusing clearly on who? You. Because after the Nine of Pentacles is the Ten of Pentacles. And you had an empty victory with that already. So you're at the 9. Back to being single, because 10 of Pentacles will be a commitment. But now you're committed to yourself, because that's the 9 of Pentacles. And then behind that, I'll stop, because that's the truth. So this mental conflict, you're being very triumphant by being in it, because that's where you need to be. And sometimes we need to be in uncomfortable situations to know how comfortable or uncomfortable our life is, so we can learn how to take the steps to get comfortable with who we are, how we are, setting boundaries with people who come in and not allow them to run amok in our lives, dictating how we should do something. 8 of Swords. Exactly. The 9 of Cups. It's not comfortable. This will be wish fulfillment. This is having everything your heart desires. This is going after what you want. This is not. This is a selfish. This is being selfish. This is, you could be drinking. This is mental conflict. You're not getting what it is that you wish because it's uncomfortable, but it's triumphant. Why? Because you've been holding back too long. You've been blocking your intuition, and it's been nothing but conflict. Sleepless nights and anxiety. Tower moments. When it comes down to what? Your success. Grieving, sadness, loss, looking at things that have been spilt over. Who? Ready for this? Boom. You. That's your card. So this is powerful. And I'm going to say keep going. And the more uncomfortable it is, the more powerful you will be once you come out of it. It's a spiritual awakening. It's not supposed to bring you comfort. You're supposed to face a lot of things that you do not want to face here. People that have been in your life for a long time. Things that you've been comfortable with for a long time. It's a shedding of the old skin to form a new. People you're getting ready that you say yes to all the time, you're getting ready to say no to. And you're about to look at how they look at you now. And you can't care about that. Because this is who journey. And not everybody can go with you. What is it? A fiery climax approaches. Why is it approaching? Because you're stepping out of your comfort zone. Period. What's this? Believe in the impossible. Why? Because now you're taking the time to breathe out. You've been holding your breath for too long. That part. What's this fiery climax approaching for Capricorn? I love it. The Hangman. Reversed. This will be hanging in limbo. This will be enlightenment. Boom. Enlightenment of what? The death. The transformation. About justice. Coming to what? Family. Friends. Those you want to reconcile with you. You've been waiting for this for a long time. All these empty victories. All these people all around. Yeah. It's happening. It's enlightenment. The Hangman for Capricorn. Yeah. That part. What? The musician. Manifesting clearly what it is that you want. This is what this tower is about. Your epiphany. Your awakening. Knowing you have all the tools within you necessary to do what's necessary for you. Not everybody else. Putting an end in the shit to go after what? Your happiness. Putting a death to things. This is lies, deceit, betrayal.